Hello everyone, and today we'll be having a look at something quite special indeed. This is a 1983 Holden VH Commodore, which belongs to my mate Paul of VH Commodore channel. Right, let's get into it. You see, this is, well, some people might see this and think Vauxhall Cavalier, whereas it's not just a Cavalier with a Holden badge. It's very different. There's lots of different parts. It's a lot bigger than the Mark II Cavalier, and I think a lot better. Different interior. It's just a much better car. So I'm gonna give you a little info on this car. This car has got a 303 engine, or a 3.3 litre straight six, and it was built in March 1983 at the Elizabeth plant just outside of Adelaide. In March. This is the middle. No, this is the last version with this type of look, I think, because there was the VB which came out first, then there was the VC, then the VH. And this VH, this is a SL, so this is just above poverty spec. The lowest spec one was the L. But this, if you know your Holdens, is a little different. It's got a few extra bits. First of all, as you can see, these wheels are off a SLE, which is the second, no, not an SLE, an SLX. That SLX was the second highest trim you could get for a Commodore. The highest trim was the SLE, and it's got a few other little bits which I'll get into. Let's have a look around the back. It's in this lovely colour called Oyster Metallic, and it's just lovely. Very of its time. It's a great looking car. Very nice big lights and the Commodore badge. So my friend, I'll show you some pictures of it. He's repainted the lot. This car's fresh paint. It looks like a brand new car. I was thinking it's just brilliant. It's not got high miles either. I'll show you some pictures in a bit of it when he was respraying it. He's put a lot of work into this. He loves this car. I say go to his channel and take a look, because he does make videos on it, and they're definitely well worth a watch. So there was 141,000 of these made between 1981 and 1984, and the straight six in it is just a pretty good engine. It gets the car up to speed. It's decent fuel economy, he tells me. It's just a good little thing. It's got a 3-speed automatic, which he says it is a bit sluggish, but it does its job. It'd be better if it was a manual, it'd be a little faster, but, well, at least you don't have to mess about changing gears. That's one little bit of luxury. This car has a automatic gearbox. Right, let's take a little look at the engine. So here is the big thumping straight six, and just look at the engine bay on this. It is mint. I was shocked when I first saw it. This engine bay is mint. Just pristine. Just go around and see little bits of the interior. We'll have a close look at the interior in just a minute. So just admire how nice this car is. There's a lot of things you get. Some people don't like Commodores, Holdens, because say it's just rebadged this, that, and the other. But it's not. It's special. We just appreciate how nice this car actually is. It is pristine. It's like a time machine. It's just come out of 1983. It is mint. I love it. I get a lot of comments like saying, "Oh, it's just an Opel Vauxhall or whatever." It's just not. It is a brilliant car. So yeah, just about to have a look, and see the door cards. Oh, the brown at the top. Those door cards are supposed to be all one colour, but he told me they were starting to go brown around the top because of the sun. So what he did, he got the colour off the dashboard and painted it, the top's brown, and I had no idea until they told me, and I think it looks really good. Quite a clever idea, to be honest. But so have a look at these lovely, lovely wheels. I've seen the original wheels it had. They're nice, but nothing on these SLX wheels. They are lovely. See, with its headlamps on, you can't really see them too well, I think, because they're on low beam, and it's in the middle of summer for him, so it's quite bright. It's not raining and dim. So this is. You see, look at all the chrome work. It is pristine, this car. It is mint. Certainly go check his channel out. We'll just go have a look inside in a minute. Very sleek. It's a very of its time car. It looks, but like very 1980s, but I think it was designed a bit previously. Well, you look at the first, I think, I'm not sure when the VB came out late 70s, so it's a late 70s design, but this one's just a bit more updated and stuff. See, with its indicators on, back, front and rear. Right, I think it's time to go have a look inside. Lovely little chain on the key. And here's this lovely, lovely brown interior. It's not much better than the brown plastic interior. I love it. This interior is probably one of the most favourite parts of the car. It's also had the seats, well, you can't really tell because it's got seat covers. The seats are out of a VK Bellina. The rear seats are correct. This interior also is immaculate as well. The whole car is immaculate. The centre console as well, nothing. The centre console was out of another higher spec Commodore. Yeah, it was out of a SLX, the centre console. Just look at that. It's got such luxuries as a rev counter. Things we didn't get at low spec here in England. We just got the Speedo. That was our luxury. See, it's got the aircon, something you definitely need in Australia unless you don't want to melt and become one with the car. Nice little clock. And that is not the original radio. He does still have it, but he swapped it out because you want to listen to some music, don't you? You don't want a little crap radio. See, we've got the glove box, nice little glove box. Open it up. Very nice brown plastic. So you've got the little the carpet thing on the top of the dash to make sure, because it's so hot there, that it'll make your plastic crack. So yeah, that is probably one of a good idea to have. Showing all the indicators. Get the wipers on. Very good wipers. Very good coverage. A little bit of a triangle of doom at the top, but yeah, it's very nice action. Get those good shots showing it's all the little bits. The great Holden badge. Very nice. Well, yeah, this is if anyone likes 80s and brown interiors, this car is perfect. And there's the little the 3-speed Trimatic gearbox. And also here, the original owner's manual. And I think that car there is, yes, the SLE, that's the top of the range. That is the top Commodore, the one that everyone wanted with the 5-litre V8. And here's the glove box finally opened with all the little bits and bobs. Nice little clunk when it shuts. Yeah, and show you selecting through all the gears. Very nice. I wish I could have done a video on this in person, but it's a bit of a problem. For being he lives 10,000 miles away, but yeah, but make do with what you've got in it. Yeah, it's lovely, lovely carpet as well. It's seen. It's very, very nice. It seems quite, for a low spec car, I mean, it has had a few things changed. It's very nice for a low spec car. And so we'll up here look at all the other bits, fancy things like sun visors, all of the sun necessities. Very nice headline as well. As saying again, headline, everything on this car. I'll keep emphasising it. It's pristine. It is lovely, and I don't know how people could not like it. I mean, we've got the visor, but we're not fancy enough to have the little mirror with the opening up part and the courtesy light. We're not that fancy. Well, at least you've got them. Right. Very nice. Back to the centre console. Here you got your little, back here you got your storage areas in your armrest. Get them opened up. Oh, there's lots of little storage areas around this car, so they've got loads and loads of storage. You can put everything in it. Put all your little bits and bobs in there. You've also got your little tray there on the centre console. Get everything in it. Ashtray, it's a 1980s car. It's got to have an ashtray. It's not an 80s car if it doesn't have an ashtray. There we are. Cigarette lighter. Works perfectly like everything else on the car. You have all the little pedals. Nice floor mats. Nice little Holden keychain. That is very nice. I'd like to have one of them. That is a nice little keychain. Yeah, that's lovely. Just oh, your little switches here for your lights. Parking, see parking lights, lights. And here we've got the AC. Something again you definitely need in Australia. We can hear it working very well. That'll keep you cool. And here we go, going into the back of the car. Very comfortable. It tells me this car, well, it's for Australian standards, it's not that big, but for British standards, it's huge. He says it's still pretty roomy in the back. And here we have again, it's an 80s car. It's got to have ashtrays. Everyone's got to have their ashtrays because everyone smoked. But yeah, this car is still pretty roomy in the back. I was saying Australian cars are a lot bigger than British cars, but say they're like the in-between between British cars and American cars or European stuff. They're not as big as American cars, but they're a lot bigger than British. So I think this car's around 15.5 feet long. So yeah, still quite a big car. So you've got your seat belts. I don't know when they became standard in Australia, when there was a legal requirement to wear them. I think here it was like the it was the 80s at some point when it became, or late 70s when you had to wear a seatbelt. I'm not sure about that in Australia. Showing all the lovely dashboard. See, look at that, all the rubber little mat there where your door frame is, mint. Seats mint. You see, this is all the headlining, perfect. Got your little light there at the top. Brilliant. Absolutely perfect. So you can't tell me this isn't a great little car. Or great big car. I'd certainly love to see it in person and do a video on it in person one day. That would be a dream come true. Also got this fancy cover thing on the back window. I don't know what they're called. They've got their name, but I don't know the name. I don't actually know what they're used for, really. I might be keeping the sun out somewhere, but nice to see. Nice door shut sounds. And here, the boot, great big boot. You get all the stuff you want in there, everything. Just nice big boot. You don't have to worry about not getting all your shopping in that. Full-size spare wheel, something you definitely don't see anymore. All these little space savers. You do not get a full-size wheel anymore. What is it? Yeah, so I think it's just plastic matting on the floor. No fancy carpet or out like that. Yeah, again, all the chrome, nice condition inside, everything just lovely. Then we'll get onto the engine, a proper look at the engine. Look at this, pristine condition. Look at it, it is immaculate. Only my engine bay could look as good as this. GMH, if you don't know what that means, GMH is General Motors Holden, because Holden was owned by General Motors. This is a lovely straight 6 motor in absolute tip-top condition. We'll hear it running in a minute. Just brilliant. Honestly, it is just. I mean, everyone wanted the V8, but the straight 6 is still lovely. But no one wanted the. There was a Starfire with the 4-cylinder, and that was awful. I don't know what Holden was thinking. He was thinking, oh, more fuel efficient than that, but it was just not. With all that high little engine revving like hell, that's not fuel efficient. But just let you listen to it for a minute. It is just all the little builder's plates all in good, very nice condition. Just brilliant. And underneath, it's all undersealed it properly as well. Cleared all the old crap off. Fresh, everything's fresh. So this ain't going nowhere. This isn't rotting anytime soon. Look, the exhaust is like new as well. Everything again, just like it rolled off the Elizabeth plant. Like it did. It just looks like it did 40 odd years ago. Absolutely perfect. Only I can get my Oxford to look as good as this, I'd be very happy. Here we have the engine bay again, and just lovely. And I think the engine actually is running. I'm doing a voiceover, so I can't actually hear. So I think the engine's running at this part. So just listen to it, and then and then the bonnet shuts sounds. So yeah, I think you could hear the engine running a minute ago. I can't actually hear the video because I am doing a voiceover. So I think it was running anyway. So it does sound nice. It is a sweet little motor, but yeah. Nice little grill. I think I do prefer the VB. It's got a bit more of an angry look to it than the VH. The VH seems a bit more calm. The nice big headlamps. I think they might be glass, plastic, I'm not sure. Yeah, very, very stylish, lovely thing. I keep saying that a lot, but it just is. It's lovely. I'd love to see this in person. I've never even seen a Holden before, because, well, they never sold them in England. Most people don't know what a Holden is. I didn't. I still don't know much about the Australian car industry, but I don't think most British people do, because they were only sold. Like, American stuff was sold here, but not much, and people know about American stuff. But Australian stuff was just sold in Australia and New Zealand, I think. So it's very small market, so people don't usually know much if they're not from Australia. But yeah, and here we have the engine again. You can definitely hear it running in this one, because I remember watching this. So I do wish I could have done it in person, but I can't exactly just fly 10,000 miles away to record one video. But it is just a sweet sounding thing. Just listen to it roar. Perfect. Just a perfect little engine. Well, not little engine, it is a straight just before I end the video, here are some of the pictures while he was doing up and just after. So here was just preparing it for paint. I think this is just sanding it down still, getting it ready. And then here is after up on stands. This is while he was doing the underseal. These stands actually are what new cars were put on at the showrooms. So here we are. Again, I think this is preparing it or the summer for painting. And here is when it's finished. And it just looks like it's just rolled off the production line. So yeah, that is all for now. I hope you have enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making the voiceover. And please go check my mate's channel out. Trust me, he makes great videos. I'll put a link down in the description. You won't regret checking his channel out. Trust me, he makes great stuff. And yeah, and thank you to him for letting me do a video on his Commodore. Right, well, that's all for now. See ya.